up the stream so I can also
Going live on a Friday.
Going live on a Friday. What is it? Instagram? What was it? Waz's they said I wouldn't go live on Instagram.
Oh my god. I liked Waz last week in New York when he posted a story to let us know that he's still built for the cold.
Just in case you guys forgot that he's from New York, that he's
I'm from Queens. I can be cold. This isn't cold.
Just because he lives in LA now. Yeah.
4 layers. I still think is that
it wasn't that cold.
Okay.
It wasn't that
you
cold.
were boots on the ground. Like how cold is too cold? Have you ever gone outside in New York and just been like, nope?
So this is the coldest winter since I moved here. It's my 4th winter here. And I wouldn't even say it's gotten that temperature cold. It's just the high was about like between 16 and 19 for about 3 or 4 days. Like the previous few winters were like it was like 1 or 2 days total throughout the entire winter where it dropped under 20 as the high. It's usually the wind that gets me because you can't really tell how cold it is with
the wind chill,
just the temperature. And it's the wind chill tells you, but it's lying. It always lies because like when it'll be like 50 degrees outside and it'll be like, oh, it feels like 33. And I walk outside and I'm like, no, it feels like it's 50 degrees. It does not feel like it's 33. But then when I feel like there's something that happens with the temperature where like when it's 20 degrees and the wind is blowing, then that does feel like it's sort of like cutting into your face a little bit. Like I think there was 2 days where I felt like it might be nice to have a ski mask. But otherwise, it's like still only Morant 2 days, though. Yeah, only 2 days. Mo, early.
Wind. Early, I'm on time. It's fine. I was on time last week, too. And I think the week before, or not the week before, the week after that. 3 out of 4. I'm great. I'm rolling. We need
Who has push-ups? Narrative. Who's doing push-ups?
I mean, it sounds like bonks. Put them down for 25 push-ups. You can pawn some of those off on Bonks Jr. You can let the
he can
don't you waste that kid's mind. Do not put that on.
No, we gotta stimulate the mind with some blood flow from the push-ups. You know.
Yo, you have to teach kids how to do push-ups early because if you try to teach them too late in life, they can't do them. They can't do them. Yeah, it has to start when you're like 8. Yeah.
Wow, you're gonna wait till 8, Eden?
Well,
Eden's kids are doing push-ups in the womb. Let's just be honest. Yeah. Like they're right. They're doing yoga poses.
As soon as they can roll over, they're ready for push-ups.
As soon as they can process information, you're going to be telling them how good their weight distribution is, and their balance will never be better. So they got to take advantage of it while they can.
Yeah, learn that body awareness and where to place your balance and how to like properly ground yourself, because that's something I never had an issue with, but I also like figure skated my entire life. So like I had to have a strong sense of balance. But like when I was learning yoga teacher training, they're like, no, when you tell people to like spread your weight evenly across your 2 feet and to like spread your weight evenly between like in your 1 foot, that they're like, that doesn't make sense to a lot of people that like have never done physical activity growing up their entire lives. And I was like, oh, I can't even understand that. Because
now switch your feet. Right.
Yeah, now switch them feet and let's see.
The whole conversation last week.
I miss the days. I miss the days when I could swing on the monkey bars or like climb really easily.
Oh, you just go like this now, though. You just walk, right? Because you're too tall. You can just reach the
floor.
Well,
I just assumed he was always too tall. I even seemed like 5-year-old Maze was probably too tall.
Man, this it's disappointing to hear that. I missed being able to swing freely and climb freely. I think probably once I got to like 6 or 7, it got
too tall.
Not good. Maybe a little older than that. Maybe like 10. Maybe I'm not giving myself enough credit.
Before we go into questions, I have to share this weird dog walking experience I had yesterday, and I wish Zach was here. It was morning time yesterday, so it's Luca's morning walk or whatever. And there's you walk around the same routine, you tend to see the same dogs, the same people, whatever. And, the dogs play, you like, oh, ha, ha, da, 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 but you don't really have a conversation or anything. There is a guy in the neighborhood who has a really cute little, like, kind of like a golden poodle. And he is obsessed with Luca in a very weird way. The guy, not the dog. The guy.
I thought you meant the dog. I was like, isn't that normal?
The dog's being
better, right?
that's completely normal or whatever. But whatever, we walk over, like we're crossing paths and whatever. I'm like, oh, hi. I'm saying hi to his dog and things like that. His dog's hyper running around the snap. This guy is like, first wants to pet Luca. So he puts his hand out there, whole deal. Like, okay, I'm fine. Normal people, pet the dogs or that stuff. Okay. Then he gets on his knees and gets like right into Luca's face. And, no, Iron Salamander was like, I was like, is he about to kiss Luca? I was so confused. I was like, what? I was like, okay, time to go. And then of course, as I'm trying to go, his dog's foot gets caught in Luca's leash, like tangled.
Oh no.
So now like, trying to pull this up. And now I'm just like, dude, this is ridiculous. Like I'll send a picture to Maze, can put it in the chat.
Did Luca give consent, or was Luca like, stay away, bro?
No, I think even Luca was like, what the hell is going on? Like, Luca's a chill dog. If you show Luca love, he's gonna, kind of reciprocate. But yeah, exactly. But like he was just like kind of confused a bit. And I was just happening? Like, and yeah, and it just happened kind of so, because I was just petting the other dude's dog because it's jumping on my leg. I'm like, hey, whatever. Da, da. And I look and I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Did he touch Luca?
No.
Just like
he pet him. He
basically squared up and got right into his face.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to kiss Luca. And the guy, like, listen, like, I don't think the guy.
He went 90, is what you're telling me. He was waiting.
Yeah, he went 90, and Luca didn't go the other 10. And now I'm just like, do I have to change up the times I walk Luca to avoid this?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
This is weird.
Yes is the answer. Yes.
You
gotta avoid that guy at all costs.
Walk Luca, and next time you see that guy, just give Luca a big kiss.
I don't
show him what he's missing.
Yeah.
We got a real thing going on. No, I mean, I don't believe in that, man. Like, don't change your whole.
I'm not actually. I don't have the
ability
to change my schedule.
Can you change your route though? Can you go in a different direction? And try to avoid?
Yeah, I mean, no, because he's literally on our street. So like at some point we would cross if I'm trying.
I don't know. I guess I'm just thinking about it from like a female perspective. I'm like, if I kept running into the same creepy guy every time I walk him during my routine, I just change my routine because I don't really have an option. But
see, I would go the Zach route and just completely walk by that person and not acknowledge them, or be like.
Well, the problem is too is
I
Luca
talked to my dog. Okay.
So it's like Luca will be pushing to go to the dog.
Well, you could always
kind of in that.
You could always be like, Luca doesn't like men or something like that, right? And then he'll maybe back off a little bit because some animals like men more than women or whatever. And you just be like, oh, Luca's not into men, and he might like back off. But do you think he was looking for like the weird dog owner, like open mouth kiss thing? Because like, I think that's gross, period, even if it's your own dog.
I think it's, we are not a kiss the mouth situation with Luca. Like, I actually get really annoyed when he starts licking my hand. So it's not even, it's like, come on, dude. But, so it's weird. I don't know what he was doing, but for him to get on the ground on the sidewalk, to do that was like, I was like, yo, what's going on? At that point I was like, all right, time to go.
Yeah, that's weird.
Love dogs.
Too much. Let me find a Luca picture to send to me.
Is dog kissing a Two Americas thing? Is it a white people thing? As the white ambassador on this podcast, do I have to answer for this?
Yes.
It might be a white person thing.
I know white people that don't let their dogs kiss them on the mouth though. But all the people that do let their dogs, well,
let's be honest, when you do know somebody, it's a white person.
Yeah. I would say that 9 times out of 10, someone who lets their dog kiss them on the mouth would be a white person. Yeah, from my experience. I have a
Dog
similar
breath is
situation.
nasty, bro.
Yeah,
Shit's
and it's
gross.
like when I get what Mo was saying about when dogs lick your hand, because that's what makes you smell like a wet dog is their slobber when it gets
Well,
everywhere.
it's like now
So
it's
they
like
lick-
okay, I
they
gotta
lick
go
their
wash my
butt.
hands. Like it's
Yeah.
it's
They lick
he licks
everything.
They
Yeah.
lick vomit
they lick
on the sidewalk. Yeah,
everything. They eat their own
Mhm.
puke.
yeah.
They do.
Our dog will
That's
come
amazing.
in and clean up the kitchen. I call it janitor hours. She takes the janitor shift and she'll just start licking the floor nonstop. So yeah, I mean, I've taken a stray. I've gotten a lick to the face before in the past.
Yeah,
I don't
Sure.
speak it out.
It
It
accidentally
happens.
happens. Right.
but
that
I
dog breath,
headbutt
bro.
Luca. I headbutt Luca. We do a
You
little.
headbutt him.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
little-
cute.
You got to show
you
him
know
who's
you
the
have
dominant.
hands,
Yeah,
Yeah, I know, but I need to let him. I need to speak his language sometimes. And
you need
it's,
to
give him a little
let
pop.
him
You
know
need
who's
to
the boss.
Zidane that motherfucker. Tell him what's up.
You know, it's always kind of a thing. It's so funny though. If like I'm working on the bed or even on the couch or whatever, he jumps on and he slides right up to the laptop and makes it very difficult for me to be able to get any work because he's just like pet me. I'm like, get the fuck out of here! I'm trying to work. And then
Luca sounds like a
it's-
cat.
No, he's not. He's definitely not.
Just
That's
think
a
about
very
Maze's
dog.
cat every time he's trying to produce. Just
Yeah.
My favorite though is when he puts if I have him on my lap and I have like typing or whatever, he will put his head underneath and like lift my hand up to be like, no, play. It's like, come on, dude.
why are you petting the computer? You should be petting me.
Yeah, exactly. It's all of this. Why is all this attention given to the computer?
I like the dog using their nose as a can opener situation. Trying to use it for leverage.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Aw, cute.
There's Luca taking a little nap. Really taking liberties with the placement of the towel and the blanket.
That's the couch.
You
That
know?
is the blanket for him. Although this
Yep.
is
and he's
it's
peeled
the
it
Luca
up.
blanket.
He's barely on
he
it.
has,
Yeah.
he has. We definitely
That
have
side,
moments where I'm
all
like,
good.
get on your freaking blanket.
I love the flagrant disregard for the couch blanket. That's how you know
He's pretty.
he's a
You know what though?
spoiled prince.
He is pretty good with that. The only time he's bad with the couch blanket is if we're both on the couch, because then he wants to be in between us.
Right.
So it's like we're not. There's not, and the blanket's not there. So then he comes, and then he has to sit on my lap when he does that. But yeah, that was my weird dog situation. Sorry.
I think you should definitely escalate things and challenge this person. I don't think you should be scared. I'm anti.
Yeah, you're not
intimidated.
a female minority, so
I'll just say this: if my dog goes missing, I know the first place I'm going.
Yeah.
Like I'm just going like, just give me my dog.
Welcome to the Friday Mailbag. It's Friday. Zach is on a plane from New York back to California. We got Eden, Mo, and Emily in the house with me. And let's start it off with a good old-fashioned Dill or no Dill.
Oh, yay, my favorite
Nice.
game.
And it's
Dill or no Dill.
straight down the line. It's a little bit on the nose, honestly, in terms of the Dillness
Dill or no Dill
of what we're investigating here, because it is Vlasic dill pickle corn puffs, aka pickle balls.
It's a no Dill for me.
I am
very green. They look like big puffy peas.
I am so far from a no deal on this. I can't stand pickles. I don't like pickles. And I can't even imagine what your poop's going to look like with these things. Little green little shits coming out. Like, that's just awkward. No.
Whoa. You go right to the poop?
Yeah.
You don't even want to think about enjoying the taste of the dill pickle?
I don't enjoy the taste. I hate pickles. I think they're evil. I don't even want it. Like when you go to a deli and they give you the slice of the pickle next to your sandwich, I always just get that the fuck out of there.
So I've had good like Cuban flavored chips one time that I shared with the group also, and they had a nice pickle flavor to them. So I think pickle like chips, potato chips might work, but I can't picture it working with corn puff. It's something about the texture and corn flavor with the dill that I'm a no dill for. Yeah, that's where I am.
Emily?
I would give it a shot. I just don't like the color.
Yeah, the color is really off-putting.
It makes me think of green grapes, so I would automatically like associate that. You know what I mean?
Green grape corn puffs chips are a no dill also.
Yeah, I mean, I like dill pickles. Like I think, when you go like Mo in that situation, if we were at like a sandwich shop together and you didn't want yours, I would definitely be like, "Are you gonna eat that?" Like,
No.
hand it
I mean,
over.
like Jamie likes pickles. She can
That's
take the pickles,
perfect.
like whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's perfectly fine. But like nothing annoys me more than like when I bite into a burger and there's a pickle. It's like, no, get it out. Gone.
Whoa.
Out.
Oh man.
Out. Hate
Pickle
pickles.
Rick,
Gone.
yeah. No,
Even
I love
inside?
pickles, but
What's that?
Even on the side. I get it if it's in your burger. If it's on the side, would you eat them?
I
No.
don't even want it on the plate.
Do you eat other pickled vegetables or just not? You just don't like pickles?
Like I've done like pickled onions and things like that, but I'm not like overjoyed with all that stuff. I do not like pickles. I don't like the crunch, the texture, the whole deal. Like I don't know.
Iron Salamander wants to know if you like cucumbers, Mo.
Like they're fine. It's not something I go like. I've been eating a lot of salads lately, and it's not like I don't go to get cucumbers at the store. Like it's not my thing, but it's fine. It's not as adverse a reaction
not an enthusiastic endorsement.
It's not the same as like I will fight somebody if they try to put a pickle on my sandwich.
It's like you're not offended by the cucumber.
Yeah.
But you're not going.
The vinegar is what gets to you more than the
I'm
cucumber
out.
itself.
Yeah, I'm just out.
I love pickles. I've gotten more and more into them over the years.
I enjoy them.
I think pickled kettle chips are one of my favorite kettle chip flavors. The go-to for me. And I mean, I see some people in the comments like Colin saying he'd try it but wouldn't buy it.
Like if it was at a potluck
He was
or
out,
barbecue,
he'd take one or
try
two,
a
see how
couple.
it goes. I'd try this. I mean, the honestly, the thing that's holding me back here is that it's a pickle brand making corn
Chips
puffs.
corn puffs. Yeah.
If it was like Cheetos or even like a Pirate's Booty or
someone
like
that
Trader
does,
Joe's, I think has had some like pickle. They go through phases of having a bunch of pickle flavored stuff. So I would say if it was that, definitely. If it was this situation, the Vlasic brand, I mean, it's a one-time try. I think but it has to be a dill. It's on the freaking bag.
It's an interesting horizontal for them.
I'm also really annoyed by the paddle board, the duck, or is it a goot? Like trying to jump into the pickleball craze and stuff. Like
is that a
stork?
I
didn't even know that. I didn't even notice that.
Stork.
Now that
makes
it's a
me
stork.
Like that's what it is.
That makes me like it way less because I'm not down with pickleball. So
it's so random. Like
it's them trying to jump into it.
Yeah, I don't. Well, to be honest with you, the puffs, those are kind of my least favorite snacks anyway, because they like tear up the roof of your mouth. It's like Captain Crunch, right?
I love a Cheeto puff.
So I'd much rather have like a chip or a Cheeto or something like that.
The Vlasic Stork, apparently named Jovny, that's Jovny is his name, has been the official mascot of Vlasic Pickle since 1974. He is known for speaking in a Groucho Marx style voice and holding a pickle like a cigar.
Actually, the first time you said Vlasic,
the way out of here.
The first time you said Vlasic, actually, you sounded just like him, Max.
Vlasic?
Yeah, that's exactly what you're like. Vlasic.
He was introduced to capitalize on the falling birth rate at the time. He is based on the myths of storks delivering babies and pregnant women having an above average craving for pickles.
Oh, okay. A stretch, but
shit, man.
It's a stretch, yeah.
They're creepy. They're really trying to use creepy things to make it a No,
Yeah,
I'm out on Vlasic.
who leads their marketing department is what we need to find out.
Well,
And
it was somebody in
Some guy named
1974.
It's very madman esque.
Yeah, Eden. It was definitely a bunch of men smoking cigars and having martinis at 10 a.m.
Let's get the Stork as our pickle salesman here, and then they did like a weird redesign where he's got super long legs, and in 2010, I'm trying to pull that up for us.
Super long legs.
I'm picturing.
I guess he has long
the
legs
conversation too, though. The conversation just going along the lines of like, my wife is pregnant and she likes pickles, and then Kevin on the other part of the marketing, my wife too, and then they're like, oh,
there
we should have a Stork. It's just get out.
There's that children's clothing store that's called Pickles and Ice Cream, right? There was one in Little Rock, and I was very confused by it. And then there's a children's clothing store called Pickles and Ice Cream, and I was so confused because I didn't know what it was. I obviously assumed it was food for the first time I ever saw it.
Of course,
Pickles and Ice Cream.
Of course.
And then someone was like, "No, it's because like it's a weird combination that
there is a thing. Get. Wow."
I've tried pickle flavored ice cream.
How was it?
Not good.
No dill. No dill.
No dill for me.
Pickle.
Colin, where are you at with these pickle balls, dill pickle corn puffs? Would you try them?
Well, I would try them. I mean, I'm ultimately curious and always want to try things, but the problem is, will I spend the money on it? So if someone had an open bag, I'd try it, but the likelihood of me wanting it enough to purchase.
Yo, you guys, chips have gotten expensive too.
So expensive.
They are.
Like a regular bag of Lay's is like $5.99. Like
it's out of control.
I'm like, are you kidding me? I remember when this used to be $1.99.
Yep.
So real quickly went down a rabbit hole, Eden, because pickles and ice cream clothing or whatever.
Yeah, it's a real thing, right?
No, it is. It is. I found their Instagram, and their second thing on the grid is 4 days left, store closing. I clicked their website. I clicked their website link.
Hate to see it.
And the domain's up for sale.
Oh
no! But it was a thing. So give me that.
All right.
Let us know that it existed right before they crumbled.
And I'm very curious to see what now on Instagram.
So I like when I want to try something new, I bring them to parties. So like I'm not the greatest cook. So when I go to parties where you're supposed to bring something, I'll go and just grab like Old Faithful. So I'll get like Doritos or whatever. And then I will get the ones that I've always wanted to try.
Like you're not going to commit to a whole bag. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And honestly, like I do that at the Korean grocery store the most. So I'll go and just grab like a bunch of like those random Asian flavors that are weird and just bring those.
Yeah.
It's kind of selfish, but
so my question, Emily.
Yeah.
When you like it, do you take it with you or
no?
And
if you don't buy another bag, Mo. God. Come on.
You pocket this one.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. The only time I've ever taken something home before is I bought like a really nice bottle of bourbon to a party and no one drank it. And everybody was drinking like shitty vodka or something. And so I was like, I'm not going to, and it wasn't a gift. I just brought it to share with people. So I took it home. I didn't leave it there.
I'll do take backsies occasionally. It depends on the situation, but I will situationally do take backsies in a party situation if I brought something that I want.
I'm
not afraid to admit it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like I don't have issues with it. But I want to know why there's not a bag of half hot Cheetos and half regular Cheetos. I feel like this should exist. Frito-Lay, where are you? Like
Eden,
I want the mixed bag.
It is a great idea. We live in a capitalist society.
They want you to buy both.
Want you to buy both bags. It is a great idea that will never be allowed to happen because they're like, we can make them buy two.
No, the thing is, they should do a quarterly special and just release it for a quarter, and then now people want the combination, and then stop releasing it, and then now people have to buy two bags. Yes.
Yep. Yes.
That's a good idea too. Let's call it.
Why are we giving them ideas? They're already such a.
I feel like that's something that Trey would take to a branding thing, and then it would become a thing, and it would be branded by like Travis Scott or something.
Yeah. What about half crunchy, half puff Cheetos?
I would take that. I'd be down for that. I love Cheeto Puffs and I love the regular ones too. And I often have trouble deciding between both.
Yep.
This is all that I seem to have found here is half Flamin' Hot, half Dynamita sticks.
Yeah, I don't want that.
The extra cheesy mix.
I think I have tried that. But that's just different shapes.
That's because they have so much Dynamita mix or whatever
you
say that they can't get rid of.
They gotta sprinkle some of that across.
Yeah, the only way we can get rid of this
because I like the Munchies bags that have like the pretzels, Sun Chips, Doritos, and Cheetos.
I don't like that because there's always one thing you don't really like that
much,
and
them.
Then you okay, yeah, because
I like the change up of texture, but I want the flavor mix. I want the flavor mix.
But yeah, I have curbed my chip adventuring because they are like $5.39 a bag now.
They're so expensive.
But if you just gotta wait for the sale. You gotta wait for the sale, and then they'll be like $3 or less.
Growing up in Arkansas, grocery stores regularly had sales on things. I feel like grocery stores in New York just do not do sales and promos.
I don't think New York does sales. I think you're right. I think they don't need to.
They do sales in the sense of we put out a sign of we have a sale. But when you go in, none of the prices have changed.
It's just a regular price. They're like every day, great value.
Very LA as well. Same with LA, which is also why I end up at Costco all the damn time.
Yeah, we
How
put
much is a bag of
things.
chips at Costco?
We put things.
Get a monster bag for a fair
marked
price.
up.
Still one serving.
So that we can put it on
For
sale.
you.
That's the only reason. That's the only way that they do it is if it's already an increased price. But I mean. Yeah, you gotta the coupons are still a thing, right, Eden? Maybe you should get into coupons. Maybe that should be your next,
where do you get coupons
stage.
from?
You sign up.
No, you can do the apps. Yeah.
Let me put it to you this way. The CVS extra care thing or whatever is absolutely amazing. When you instead of getting that long receipt, I get it all on my phone.
That's true.
I've literally gone there with I've gone there with like $60 worth of stuff, and it's like. After they run through all my stuff, it's like, all right, $2.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, great. Perfect. So it's like, you got to do all that stuff. Ralph's has it. Target now.
Walgreens does usually have coupons.
And the other one too, the cash back on your credit card.
Oh yeah, I definitely have different credit cards for grocery stores, different for dining out, different for travel.
Every Friday or Saturday morning, I go through my thing. What's the new thing I need to make sure is added on my card?
Yeah, that's a good point. I forget sometimes, but like sometimes there's like up to like 10% at like some I don't know, McDonald's, Starbucks, like it just rotates. Yeah.
And I've become a rat dude too.
I messed up this week because I went shopping at a Ralph's and I don't live in California, so I don't have the card.
Yep.
And so
you're paying crazy prices.
I paid full price.
I will text you the card of my family's number that we use, the house number, so you could use it. Just use it.
Thank you, Mom.
Yeah,
thank
Emily,
you.
We got multiple California residents here. You could have thrown up a beacon and got some help. We don't need you paying full price at Ralph's like a freaking peasant. Okay, we got this.
I should have just put Mo's cell phone number in there. I feel like I could.
My cell phone number is not. It's associated to my mom. It's my dad's
old landline. You gotta go with old landline that it was in the 90s.
At the Kroger back in Arkansas, it's like my OG landline phone number. Yeah.
Yeah, Dust Eye says that a pound of potato chips costs something like 3,000% more than a pound of potatoes.
I should just buy potatoes and a mandolin and make my own potato chips. Is what Dust Eye is saying.
That'd be cool.
I'm sure that'd be fire too. I'm sure you'd come up with some really
lasted another month.
No, you know what would be fire is my apartment. Like it would be on fire.
Yep.
But your Wi-Fi would be unbelievably rolling still.
You could stream it, now that you have fiber.
Now that I have fiber.
You could be a content creator who makes her own.
I'm averaging less than 15 ping rate right now. God, that's sexy.
Ooh, talk dirty to me, Eden. Tell me more about your ping rate. Ooh.
I'm signing off now.
This is how Eden gets everybody else excited.
PTSD.
This is what she talks about on her dates. When she goes on a date.
That's the headline on the Hinge profile right now. My ping rate
is actually like 15. Sometimes it drops down to single digits.
Before she gets serious, she goes like, "Okay, now we need to knock out some serious
What's your ping rate?
questions.
What's your
internet
download,
connection
upload?
like? Yeah. No, you need to bring that to another level.
Sorry,
I can't be with somebody that has such a low ping rate.
Yeah.
Step it up.
High ping rate is bad. Low ping rate is good.
All right.
I'll stop
Bonk's
talking now.
Adventure, Bonk's Junior's question of the week is: if you have to choose a form of immortality, would you choose a vampire where you just stop aging whenever you become one, or the immortal jellyfish where you revert to a baby and live life again over and over? And I will point out that since I have been binging What We Do in the Shadows, that is what Colin Robinson, the energy vampire, does. He lives exactly 100 years and then he resets. So maybe the energy vampire is an immortal jellyfish.
Okay, are we limited to the lifespan of the jellyfish? What is the average lifespan of a jellyfish? Like, is it like 3 days? Like, like
immortal jellyfish lifespan. 3 days would be insane.
Do you remember your previous lives, or when you reset, you totally reset? That's just reincarnation, basically.
What's the character in What We Do in the Shadows after the 100 years? Does he totally reset, or does he
it's
remember?
100. He has like a puberty phase, but then he rereads all of his old notes and
gotcha.
But you don't have it, but you're not born with the knowledge. So unless you were smart enough to write the notes down like that dude, you're not born with it. It's not something that comes with you immediately. Huh?
Right.
That's your answer.
So my question for the vampire one is it like right this moment?
Do I get to pick?
Yeah.
You're
do
frozen.
We get to pick like but my knees suck though. If I could go back to when my knees were good, then I would pick vampire.
Oh, so you'd want to retroactively take vampire?
Yeah, like like 32 or something. Like before I started getting all this.
All right, yeah, you can choose whatever
not,
age
like,
you feel like you're in your physical prime.
Old enough to like not be young and stupid anymore, but like
well, Emily,
yeah,
loophole. What if I told you that your knee is fine because you're a vampire now?
Oh,
do my wrinkles go away too?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I'm just saying, if you're stuck, and then products won't work, you would save so much on skincare.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like 32. I feel like 32 is good. Like,
but if you have a CVS for care reward number, you'd be fine.
Yeah, no, I'm still taking vampire.
I think there's been enough vampire lore and stories to let you know that you can have a good time. You can have some fun as a vampire. You can go on some crazy adventures, but it hasn't been proven in the jellyfish storyline.
You know what? I'm resetting. I'm going to start all over again. Let's just keep going. Eventually, I'll get something right. Let's just go.
So you're it's you're in Groundhog Day essentially, but like your whole life.
But like I live 100 years. Then I reset and go back to 0 and start all over again. Like I'm going to be able to do more things and different things and whatnot. So, I'm good with that.
If you're the immortal jellyfish, do you age backwards like Benjamin Button? So you just Benjamin Buttoning back and forth.
So wait, you're saying you get old and then you get young and then you get old.
You get young again and you get old again. That'd be insane.
Now I might change my mind because that's weird. Like when you start aging backwards, there's a weird situation. Like there's a moment where you're gonna cross, and then like when you're gonna be an old man, but at the same time 5 or like 2 and 1, and not be able to wipe your ass. Like there's a weird situation in that. I don't want that.
Yeah, I imagined it more like a phoenix-y type of situation. Like poof, and you're an infant again. No. Also, who are you going to get to take care of your baby ass every 10 years, right? I mean, 100 years.
Yeah.
But as a vampire, all your friends die.
I will find.
Like everyone in your life dies.
Emily, I got you scored out. Now, this is going to make me sound like a bad person. I apologize in advance, but we're going to move on. I will find a couple that is desperate for a baby.
You'll get adopted.
I will
set up your own adoption.
Exactly. We'll make that happen
in advance.
Boom, and go right there. That's just good planning. That's estate planning, basically.
It's scouting. It's advanced scouting.
You're not gonna try to like make your grandchild do it or something, you know?
I might if I like them.
What
But
if
if I don't?
What if you showed up with like a letter and you're like, I'm your long lost cousin. You're my I'm your responsibility now. Take care of me.
The weirder thing would be the grandchildren when I'm a baby going like, that's my grandpa.
That's just my grandpa.
Yeah.
That part's gonna be.
Or
maybe
are
I
you
would do
doing it
whole
like a
different family?
Yeah, you're going 1950s like cheater. You're moving to the next town and
I'm moving. I'm gonna get a whole different experience.
Drive 20 miles to a different precinct. They don't have any records of you. Most starts fresh, new town, new family.
Yeah.
New family.
According to Bonks Jr., normal human lifespan, you remember your life. If you remember your life and you're a 7-year-old, but you remember your entire previous life, are you going to school? Are you just a weirdo? What's going on there?
Oh, yeah.
I would not want that. I would not want
You would not fit in with anyone in your age range.
And part of being a child is being completely ignorant of all of the shitty things about life, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
going
very
vampire
difficult.
still. I was like, there's enough information out on being a vampire, like that we can.
I don't even think that it's that you have to be a vampire, like teeth and.
But like, yeah, immortality,
just immortal.
Just staying at that age.
Yeah.
Yes, everyone in your life dies at some point, but I think you get used to it after a few.
Everybody's
right?
Everybody's gonna die in your life both ways.
Yeah,
you're immortal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good point.
You also probably be able to do things like have a savings account both ways.
Oh,
let money appreciate or whatever.
Wow, I didn't even
or
think
depreciate.
That.
Yeah,
that's smart.
Or depreciate. Yes, depending on what your investments are. But yeah, I think the idea of being a child with the knowledge of an adult
that doesn't sound nice.
That would suck.
You'd have to wait a long time to be able to do things again, like drive a car.
That's if you had the notes and you knew because
no. Bonks Jr. says you remember.
Yeah, we got we got follow up.
If you get a refresh, I kind of see that. It does make it a little harder though, because then you don't have the money, and you do have to like anticipate the transition of like getting adopted again or tricking your family into raising you again. Yeah. But the idea of being 6 to 15 years old again, but
you can't relate to anyone.
You are just having a tough time.
If I know now what I was younger, or whatever that song was, or however the phrase goes, be better.
You'd make better choices, but also like.
Or I'd make the same bad choices because I knew how it turned out.
Yeah,
it wasn't so bad.
It didn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. Well, Bonks, let us know what Bonks Jr. chose.
The only thing I would say is like you just never get to retire. You got to work your entire life as a 32-year-old. Like you're just never gonna get to retire, right?
If you are immortal.
Yeah, because you have to still keep sustaining your life.
It's called investments. I would buy a lot of gold and property.
Eventually,
I think eventually you could get to a point where you don't have to work, but also your body
what are you gonna
break
do?
Down.
And also like what are you gonna do with all your time and purpose? So I guess you can do whatever jobs you feel like doing.
I think eventually you'd get bored.
Well, yeah. Either way,
exactly the same.
Either way, you're getting bored.
For sure.
Yeah.
At least I'm gonna have different situations. I grew up in California. I grew up in New York. I grew up in Europe. I was Italian. I went and lived with a Chinese family for a bit. The whole different. I can get all these different experiences.
Mo's on his sales pitch today. You're almost convincing me, except for the fact that I don't want to go through puberty again.
before I got here, I took a very long walk with Luca, 45 minutes walks, and I got all the endorphins and literally had everything set up. So when I came in, all I had to do was just put the laptop up and ready to go. I timed it just perfectly. So I'm on a roll right now, which also means that after this, my day's gonna shit itself.
Nap time.
Oh, I need one.
So Mo, in your first life, are you setting up an adoption company?
Ooh, that's a good idea.
To be able to like make this happen time after time after time.
Yeah, well, I think, listen, I'm not going to worry about it the first 80 years of my life. I think from my 80 to 90s,
okay,
I'm going to start
late
scouting.
Stage, then
I'm going to start scouting.
To
I want the decision kind of set up around the 90s when I'm in my 90s, and then just kind of live my last few years as a super old man, and then let's go.
Bonks Jr. would
he lacks
jellyfish.
Perspective. Yeah, he lacks
but he's 12.
But he's a kid. Yeah.
No.
He still has a little bit of innocence.
Back.
Yeah.
Don't you at all.
And another 12. Yeah.
Let's be honest here.
12,
and Bonks, I'm gonna apologize in advance. That kid has no innocence. Have you seen the questions we've gotten from that kid?
He might be a jellyfish.
He's cultured.
That might be the answer. He might be an immortal jellyfish.
He might already be that. Bonks, you got some explaining to do.
Maybe he went to Mo's adoption agency and got a jellyfish child. You never know. All right, Skull Bucket. This is kind of a tough one, but Skull Bucket says, if your friend goes through a breakup, how long do you give them to be sad and pathetic before you get tired of it?
Oh wow,
6 to 8 months. 6 to 8 months.
It
depends on how bad it was.
The relationship, the whole situation. There's so many factors.
A year if you've been in a relationship for 10 years and you got married and 3 years into, you've been married for 7 years and got a divorce, 1 year, you get 1 year. But
what about 1 year?
1 year relationship, how about 3 to 4 months.
Okay. How about month per year you were together?
No.
So for every year you're together, you get 1 month.
No.
What about people who have only been together for like 8 months? Do they just not get anything?
No.
Weeks.
5 minutes.
Okay, you get one hang sesh to vent, and then we are burying this forever, putting this away.
This one's complicated because again, it's also the nature of the relationship.
Yeah,
and like that. Like there's a lot of I've known people that have been in like long relationships, but also like been so busy, rarely saw it, like didn't see each other enough the way you would with a relationship.
Well, if it's less, it doesn't matter. We're saying that if it drags out, like 2.5 years is ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you can't be stuck for that long. Like you have to do the work.
A year.
You have to do the work.
A year.
It depends on the situation too. Because if it was like a mutual breakup, it's like, it should be shorter. But if it was like someone got massively cheated on or something like that, I feel like they should get longer. No,
but still not more than like a year.
And understanding of circumstances. Come on, what? No.
Come on,
0 tolerance.
Yeah,
I think you give people. Let's say it's a good friend that you see every other week. I think you give them 2 to 3 months. I think that's the window. If they are still very down in the dumps, feeling sad for themselves, like not moving forward, it's not going to do them any favors.
That's what I was about to say. Is like people that are stuck, they are stuck because they stay stuck. They don't want to do the work. That's why they are not able to move on. Like you have to do the work to push yourself forward. Like otherwise, like, I'm sorry, that's on you at some point. Like, I feel like past like 6 to 8 months is like over 6 months for like, let's say like a 2 or 3 year relationship is already like, I'm just like, you're not making progress. And like May said, it's just like, you're not doing yourself any favor. You're not doing them any favors by being supportive. I'm like, I will listen to someone complain and be there for them and be supportive. But if I don't feel like they're taking any action, then I'm like, at some point you just have to stop complaining. It doesn't matter what it's about. Like if you're complaining about your job and you hate it, but like you are not looking, you're not actively looking, you're not actively applying, you're not redoing your resume, then like, dude, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not going to sit here and listen to you bitch about it.
The more awkward situations are if you hated the significant other that they broke up with, and they're all sad, but you're like,
no,
yes,
that makes it even better. That makes it even better because then you can be like, they didn't fucking deserve you anyway, and you have to lie.
Eduardo Gonzalez raises a fair point. If it's because of a death, 1.5 years max. I think that's that's a different entirely.
That's a whole different. I don't think you ever get over that.
Especially.
I don't think. I mean, you may not talk about it with people as much or whatnot, but like you're never getting over that.
Watch Severance.
You might move on, but
you still do have to move on at some point, though.
Yeah, but I mean, you do. You live your life and normal stuff like that. But
getting over it is different.
Yeah,
it's a different
type of process.
We didn't work out together for whatever reason, and then boom.
Yeah.
So on the flip side, though, I feel like it's sometimes the opposite. So I have a friend group. They're still talking about a breakup of mine from years ago, and I got over it in like less than 6 months.
Really like
yeah,
that's the opposite of what I said. They're holding out hope that you guys can get back together.
It's the worst.
Maybe you need to break up with them. Like that seems really.
Why don't you go?
Why don't you date them then? Leave me out of this.
You go date them then.
But yeah, I think everybody, like you don't have to be rude about it, but you can say, hey, let's not talk about this, or hey, like let's go do something else, or let's take a positive step forward and not dwell in our breakup dungeon.
It does remind me of the scene from Swingers, though, when they were playing golf and John Favreau's like, you notice how I'm not talking about her anymore? You notice I'm not. I was like, I was going to say something, but I didn't want to jinx it. I'm not going to
Swingers, watch Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Like there's some good movies out there that have covered, like Bill Hader as it's his brother-in-law in that movie is the perfect, like, he's like, I'll talk to girls with you, like I'll do whatever, just like stop crying and whining, let's do something. Like let's move forward. I think Skullbucket said that it's been like 2.5 years in the Discord, and
that's why I referenced it.
That is way over, buddy. That is way over.
A friend that's been dealing with it with 2.5 years, and he's been dealing with this.
Paul Mooney's wine pouch. I'm not sure that getting someone a hooker would necessarily fix the problem. But sure, everybody's entitled to their own
short-term fix
situation. Adam Jameson says, "Yep, the Dracula musical, Eternal Love." If you are immortal like a vampire, the window for a breakup is longer because it's a fractional percentage of your life.
Is it?
Well,
think about it, Eden.
No, the math is right, but I'm like, is it really justified?
It's a 15 pig rate, all right? If you're a vampire, your internet's faster. It's fine. Tomless wanted to know, what do the Eagles have to do to beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl? Witchcraft. Human sacrifice.
Just give it to Saquon.
Is that happening? Is that the final?
Next week.
No,
Chiefs. Eagles, Chiefs, Super Bowl next weekend, not this weekend.
I feel shitty. I'm the only person apparently it feels like in America rooting for the Chiefs to three-peat.
I don't.
No, there
I'm
are
not
people
rooting
that are rooting
for one or the
not
other.
Kansas City.
All the Swifties.
You know, I don't associate them as human beings.
They have become villains, as most teams that keep winning are. But I don't like the Eagles either. So I'm more in the camp of like if the Chiefs win, then the Niners' misery of losing to the Chiefs twice gets to continue. As long as more teams don't beat the Chiefs, then we don't look as bad. Also, three-peats are cool, three-peats that have never been done. That's
like
cool.
I am literally down. Good.
It's not Philly. It's Philly fans, to be specific. Sure. It's the only thing I don't want to deal. Like, I like the Eagles team better, but I don't like their fans.
But isn't Kansas City's fans just as bad?
No.
I was thinking the Swifties. So
No, you're thinking Swifties, which is a whole different category of stuff. With
a lot
all
less
that
rieting.
Well, we know Bonk's Adventure listens to the Do You Believe Basketball Illuminati show. But the Philly fans are just fucking annoying, and I mean it in every sport, dude. Like it's so. Where I'm at the Rams Eagles game, and the Dodgers are playing the Phillies in the playoffs or something like that, and they're talking so much shit about their Phillies. It's like, come on, dude. Like, I'm just trying to fucking watch a football game. Like, chill the fuck out. It's all this. They're too damn. It's because it's so goddamn cold. In all those cities where it's cold, all those people are mean as fuck, have nothing better to do but sit inside. I got a lovely 70-degree day waiting for me when we're done with this podcast. So all you East Coasters that are all bitter and shit, fuck you.
Are New York fans like that too?
No, y'all are crazy though. Y'all are crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
New York fans are crazy.
Yes,
in
crazy,
the most
but,
entertaining way. Bing Bong is still one of my favorite things.
That's forever iconic. That's forever iconic.
Very entertaining. Like, wasn't there a Philly fan who like ate horse manure after they won the Super Bowl or some shit like that?
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
What are we doing?
Exactly, Colin. What are we doing?
I didn't need to know that, Mo.
If I knew it, I'm sharing it.
Philly fans kiss their dogs
on the mouth.
On the mouth. It's weird.
They definitely do.
I bet that dude I dealt with was a Philly fan.
I don't know. I'm just here for the chaos. Because either way sucks for me.
Give me a good game. It's
Yeah.
not going to be a great outcome. We was hoping somebody else would win, but probably not going to.
Are y'all doing Super Bowl parties? What's on the menu? That's what I care about the most. Is menu at Super Bowl parties.
I really wanted to make deviled egg spam matsubi. But then the prices of egg
eggs are so expensive right now.
Like,
they're so expensive right now.
I'm so torn. So if I don't do that, then I'm just gonna make small onigiri to bring, because that's like the only
price reasonable. Yeah,
because it's it's
rice
fine,
is affordable still. Yeah.
Maybe I'll do a combo. We'll see.
This is the benefit of being married to Jamie. She makes a bunch of stuff when we go to somebody's house for a Super Bowl party.
Nice.
Mochiko chicken.
Baked goods.
She does baked goods, but like just whatever, cookies or something if there's time. But mochiko chicken for sure, guacamole, an unbelievable taco dip. The cat's all over the place.
Yeah, the cat was headbutting the microphone like Mo headbutts Luca.
Go at him. Taco dip, and then if she has time, she'll always throw something. She just started making the spinach dip, which I'm like, babe, can we I secretly just buy the spinach and just be like, we have spinach if you want to make spinach dip.
I love spinach dip.
Like I'll just buy the ingredients and kind of just
genius.
Be like,
do you guys know what dip that I've just heard of, but I've never actually seen in person? Therefore, I've never tried his buffalo chicken dip, and I want to try it so bad.
Yeah,
I mean, never had it.
Okay.
You should.
Where do you find it? I've never seen
it.
I've never
It's
seen
it. It's a very standard white person like tailgate food.
I'll tell you where you would find it, and I'm kind of surprised you haven't found it, Eden. But I feel like it's very much featured in Midwestern sports bars.
Maybe I was too south. Maybe I was too south.
Maybe
Arkansas, Louisiana is a little bit more southern than Midwest.
Maybe I feel like it's something you would find in the Midwest.
Buffalo chicken dip, and I'm like, I want to try
Trader
it.
Joe's. Yeah,
you should definitely try it.
Oh, okay.
Is
it overrated?
Fine.
Okay.
It's chicken.
Okay.
It's chicken and cheese and hot sauce in a.
And what is the best dip to eat it with? Like, what is the best?
You need something sturdy because you need you can't have something flimsy.
Sturdy tortilla chip.
Yeah,
because like sturdy tortilla chip, but even a good bread. A good bread is good. Like a sandwich kind of
a
thing.
Baguette, cut
slice of baguettes. Yeah,
that'll have the necessary strength to withstand buffalo chicken.
I could pop into Trader Joe's, and I was just like, don't think I've actually seen it. I've looked for it in like my grocery store, but my local, like 3 local grocery stores don't.
Honestly, you'd probably be better off making it yourself, but it's just chicken. Like it's just a slow cooker meal, which I don't think is really your vibe, Eden. So maybe try the Trader Joe's one. Okay. It'll be fine. And then you can say,
are you not into slow cook stuff, Eden?
I don't know.
I think it's
I understand it as a concept, but have a rice cooker. I don't
She
have
has
a
a
slow
rice
cooker.
cooker.
You
Yeah.
can make it in a rice cooker. You can make it in a rice cooker.
Rice cooker. I don't
But
think you'd want to though.
No.
but maybe if you're going to a Super Bowl party, you can make it and bring it so you can try it, but you don't have to eat all of it.
Do the Emily
Wow.
method.
But
That's
I don't
exactly
have
it.
but I don't have a but I wouldn't have a standard like baseline. Like I don't know what it's supposed to taste like, so I don't know if the one that I make would
It's good. Right,
you know,
right.
like
you
I
need,
don't
you
have
need to go
a-
taste it
Yeah.
first.
Try
You
it.
need to go
Yeah.
taste it
somewhere
first. You need to try it first and get the understanding of it, and then if it's something you want it to make. But I'm kind of stuck on this whole slow cook. There's some great stuff slow cooked.
Oh, slow cooking's fantastic.
I don't doubt it. It's not something that I grew up. We had a pressure cooker in the
Yeah.
house
Right,
as an Asian. Tatung is the brand
I'm
that
kinda
you want
surprised
to
Jamie
get.
doesn't.
But yeah,
Um,
to
Yeah,
Americas.
slow cooker meals. I mean, set it and forget it, baby. That's,
Yeah.
that's the Super Bowl special right there. But
Unless you're me and you're afraid it's going to combust spontaneously.
well, a pressure cooker, sure.
A pressure
slow
cooker would be
is
the
not gonna
issue with that. A
combust.
slow cooker's
It doesn't
Slow
have
cookers
pressure.
Can catch on fire though, I guess is
Okay.
what I mean.
All
Yo,
right,
there
yeah.
was I forgot what show
what?
it was.
How dirty is your slow cooker?
First of all, I don't
Huh?
have one.
Not the dirtiness, Mo. It's the
Anymore.
bad wiring.
It's like
Anymore.
the old, yeah.
It's the electrical
It's the
fire.
old-
It
My mom
exploded.
tried to get me the one from like 1960, and I was like, "That's gonna set my place on fire."
Mhm.
I forgot what show it was, but I'm pretty sure I've seen a show where someone engineered a murder using a pressure cooker by
Mm.
like
That
rigging
is
the
tough.
wiring so
That's-
it like
Well, I
shot
mean,
out like a
that's-
bullet essentially.
Wow. Okay.
Wasn't
Yeah.
that what the Boston Marathon guys did?
I
They
don't
used
know.
a whole bunch of pressure cookers.
Eden
Actually, I
doesn't know
think you're
about
right.
real murder.
I don't. Yeah, I do fictional murder. Like, yeah, real
Where do you
murder.
break
Not
it
They
my
down,
came
though?
up with
thing.
it.
Yeah.
Where did they come up with it?
I like
Were they
Eden
the source
flipping,
material?
flipping through her Rolodex of thousands of crimes and shows and movies past, and like pretty sure there's a slow cooker in there one time.
Could have been a
yeah.
Final Destination death, maybe.
Mike Weisberg says yes, 100% that was the Boston
Oh,
Marathon.
okay.
Those
Paul
fuckers.
Mooney's wine pouch. What is your ideal sandwich? You can only have 5 ingredients. Bread does not
Including
count as the ingredient.
Bread
Does
does
condiments count? Does like sauces count as an ingredient?
I think
That's a good question.
condiments
Yes.
do count.
Okay.
They have to
What?
count. What do you mean? What, Emily? This the key part of the
Five.
sandwich.
That's fair.
Five
That's
is-
fair.
five
Yeah.
is a
5 is a lot. 5 is a lot.
Five-
5 is
I
a
don't
lot.
even know if I'm
Five.
gonna need them all.
Okay. I
Right.
think I got it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go a twist on a BLT, but I'm gonna go bacon, avocado. I'm gonna go tomato jam. I'm gonna go aioli of a
condiments.
specific type. And then for kale, I'm gonna go kale as the greens.
Wait, so
Okay.
One
aioli
more
is
time,
only
yeah.
one
Colin,
or
are
two?
you in LA?
Because-
That's the most LA fucking
No,
sandwich.
he's
I'm in
Yeah, it is
Portland.
like
kind
the
of-
most
yeah, okay,
Portland
Portland, that
sandwich
makes
I've
sense.
ever
Yeah,
heard.
yeah.
Mo, that LA sandwich that you're thinking of actually came from Portland. And now the only difference is in LA they charge $27 for it.
Well, no, I was thinking the whole time. I was like, God damn, it's an expensive sandwich.
It's delicious.
It's just
Let me look up my
bacon and
favorite
condiments.
So I have a banh mi
Avocado.
in leftover banh mi, and I think that would be it. But I think it goes
Too many
over
ingredients.
the
Yeah.
ingredients. Yeah, because it's got it's actually a steak banh mi, so it's got cilantro, jalapeno, carrots,
cucumbers,
Mm.
yeah. So that's too many.
and like a aioli or butter depending
Mhm.
on where from.
I mean, like my Subway order is pretty simple, which is just the roasted chicken with cheese. Oh, maybe I might go over lettuce, tomatoes. Yeah, went over already. And
See,
I'm just
What's-
gonna go.
wait,
I'm
bread
gonna go
counts
honey
or
Cheese,
doesn't
lettuce,
mustard.
count?
tomatoes? What,
Doesn't count.
that's
And
four.
then honey mustard.
That's
yeah,
five
but
right
I-
there.
Yeah, my order's
you
a little bit
cutting?
more than that because I'm cutting out onions and
That's
I
fine.
usually haven't put do we do salt and pepper? Is that I figured it also
I'll
included
give
in
you
the
salt and
ingredients.
pepper. That's on the table.
Okay, so I have that. So I have pepper. I haven't put salt. I haven't put pepper on it.
Yes, I'll give you pepper, Mo. You can have
Wait.
pepper for free. That's a bonus.
If you had like a pulled pork sandwich, would you be allowed to have coleslaw on top of it? Because that's standard for a pulled pork sandwich. The only reason I'm asking is for the banh mi, you could say that all the veggies count as one ingredient.
yeah, because
Yeah.
coleslaw has also the
That argument was
condiment
already
mixed into
breaking
it,
out.
too.
in the Discord. If it's a pre-made coleslaw, yes, that's one. You found yourself a nice loophole there.
Did Don list 5 sauces? I dare you. Do you know how easy that is?
I have my answer. I have my answer. But on a sandwich though, like anyway, okay, so I looked up one of my favorite sandwiches.
They have 12 at Subway.
The mozzarella sandwich from St. James Cheese Factory, and it's like the good mozzarella cheese with basil pesto, salami, and I like to add like an over medium egg on ciabatta. And that's only 4, right? 4 ingredients. I don't have to do 5. I can limit it to 4. That's actually perfect for me.
There you go.
That sounds good.
It's really good. It's really good. It doesn't come with the egg, but I would throw an egg on there. Like
pesto and a good chicken, like mozzarella or a stracciatella is you're getting pretty far with just that. And you could add mortadella, or you could add a chicken cutlet, or you could add you name it. And
I could even do 2 different cured meats or something.
Yeah, you got yourself a strong sandwich.
Tomato, a vegetable if I wanted to. Yeah, that's my sandwich.
There. So you could get a Reuben in there under 5.
Yeah, Reuben would be good.
That's classic. You could get like a patty melt in there under 5. If I'm building one from scratch, though,
I want to hear yours, Maze.
I'm going roast beef. I'm going Swiss. I'm going avocado.
Wow.
I'm going garlic aioli.
Ooh.
And then I'm playing jazz with that last one. That could be tomato.
Is it on Dutch Crunch?
Dutch Crunch, so good.
Sure. Or like a good sourdough, or the bread. I mean, the bread is not part of this, so you can put that on whatever bread you want. But and then like you could put tomato, you could put butter lettuce, you could put any sort of like, you could put
pickled
bacon
onions
on there. You could get big pickled onions. You could, the 5th one I think is less important. But
wild card,
roast beef, cheese, garlic aioli, avocado. I'm in business there because I think avocado is the sneaky half vegetable, half condiment. That gets you where you need to go.
Yeah.
If you need a lot of ingredients for your sandwich, it's not a good enough sandwich.
Well,
I only have 4.
Mine is either like 8 ingredients or like 2 ingredients.
Well,
like,
the
there's
banh
no
mi
in
is
between.
different. Like,
banh mi is its own entity.
It's a whole different kind
or
of
like an Italian cold cut. Like that's multiple types of meats.
The Italian sandwich is the only one where it's like, I think this is good with up to
3 different kinds of
yeah.
Well, that's also again something I've never had for obvious reasons. So it's
not
right. Yeah. The turkey mortadella isn't coming through for you on that one, Mo.
No, not fun.
And then like the muffaletta or like a po' boy, Eden. You could get a po' boy done with like 3 ingredients.
That's true. Like
or a meatball,
peacemaker po' boy. Shrimp
Colin meatball sandwich, really good.
So,
I had a kick-ass lobster roll like a couple weeks ago. I could do that.
That's just lobster and mayo, basically, right?
Well, I got it with butter, but
just butter. Yeah. The key to the lobster roll is the bread. The bread is the most important thing to the lobster. Do you like yours hot or cold?
Hot.
Yeah, hot as well.
Hot with butter.
We made I started a sandwich shop in Portland. It still exists, but we want to do the meatball sandwich, but we were like, it's too messy. So we took the meatballs, smashed it into a patty, breaded that shit, and fried it. And so it's halfway between like a chicken parm and a meatball sub.
Ooh.
And that is dangerous. Like I cannot eat them because is a day ender for me. Yeah. But it's really good.
I just also thought of a sandwich here locally at like Little Kieran. They do a pho sandwich that comes with a pho dipping sauce. Well, it's just
like an au jus,
like a French dip, but
so good. Yeah, and it's just like has like the brisket meat, and it's like slow cooked in like pho broth, and then it has like the jalapenos, onions. Onions, whatever vegetables are in there.
Cilantro.
That's also really
Wait,
good.
I have a question. So when you have a leftover sandwich where some of it should be hot and some of it should be cold, how do you eat it? Do you just eat it cold? Do you heat it up? Do you take stuff out of it? Like, what do you do? Because
I'm too lazy to deconstruct it.
I'm eating it.
I'm either eating it cold or just popping the whole thing in the toaster oven, and it's gonna be warm-ish. And sometimes you get lucky, and enough is half cold and half warm.
You're saying reheating a
leftover
sandwich?
So like my banh mi right now, like I want the steak hot, but there's like
I just eat it cold.
Lettuce, tomatoes, things like that are normally cold when you
yeah.
And heating it up is kind of sketchy.
I'm putting it in the toaster oven, just not as long. I'm trying to get it to warm.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to get it to hot. I don't want it like I'll usually eat it straight out of the fridge, but sometimes you want it a little bit
softer,
not cold, not fridge temp. So I would put it in the toaster oven, but not try to like cook the meat and get it hot again.
No. But if I know, I'm a little bit different, mates. If I know I'm going to eat this sandwich later, and I'll just take it out an hour later, let it get to room temp, and then eat it.
There you go. There's Mo once again setting up his next child for adoption. You know, you got to do a little bit of planning in advance, but you can get it done.
When it comes to food, I'm almost always thinking, what's the next meal? Like I already know what we're having.
I'm thinking about what I'm eating next when I'm eating my current meal. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm already so tomorrow I'm going to have this as leftovers. Cool. I should probably take that out at this time because I want to eat it around this time. Hold it. I'm always thinking food. That's how I got fat.
I can admit that I will eat an embarrassing amount embarrassing different types of food straight out of the fridge cold when I'm in a pinch.
Cold food.
Oh yeah.
It's not a great admission.
I prefer hot food. I prefer hot food, but sometimes you're in a pinch.
I'm also like really guilty sometimes of like just working straight through lunch, especially if I have a deadline and I'm just like I do not want to lose focus. But I need to eat something before I fall over, and I'm just gonna like eat cold pasta out of the fridge. I'm sorry, it's not great, but
also I gotta give a shout out to something that I've been enjoying lately that we haven't mentioned at all, which would be a fish and chips, like battered fish, pickles, tartar sauce, cheese, and I'll put some coleslaw on there. And that is actually a very good sandwich.
It's like a fish taco in sandwich
It's a fillet of fish, but actually good.
I like that.
An actual fish sandwich hits.
One actually made from fish?
I just mean not McDonald's.
It's like tilapia or whatever.
And I meant McDonald's wasn't made from fish.
Ideally it'd be like a cod. I don't know.
Cod, tilapia,
but that'd be the goal, like for a fish sandwich. And that does not really last. You have to eat that all in one go.
You have to eat that, yeah.
You have to eat that. Yeah, that's a thing.
You can't have leftover fried fish.
It's hard to fry fish. Like get it kind of perfectly where it's not dry. And
I'm not making that myself. Yeah.
No, I air fry this shit
out.
It's tough. You got to do the wet batter, and it's such a mess. I worked in a fried fish restaurant for a good while, so not only do you smell great leaving, but it is.
Arthur Mueller, I'm not getting a fish sandwich from Arby's, my man. That's not going to happen. Sorry.
You're going to Arby's, you're going there for one thing and one thing only. Arby's
roast beef.
Yeah, the roast beef.
The only question is, do you want cheese or no cheese?
Also, there's almost always like a Long John Silver right down the street from an Arby's for some reason. They're always really close to each other.
Huh. I don't know if
we have Long John Silver's.
If you drive by the Long John Silver's to the Arby's and get the fish sandwich from Arby's,
you did something wrong. Yeah.
No.
Long John Silver's just right there.
I hope you turn into a baby jellyfish on the spot. That's what you deserve.
A jellyfish.
A jellyfish. Yes, that's it. That's it. I want to be reincarnated as a wee jellyfish carried into somebody's home by Jovny the Vlasic pickle stork. And that's going to do it for us this week on the mailbag. Thanks to Colin, Mo, Emily, and Eden.
I really want a
somewhere,
sandwich now.
Flying, yeah, it's
Right.
sandwich time. That's
And chips with a sandwich.
but not pickle chips for any of
No,
you.
not pickle chips.
None of
Yeah.
you
Man,
were.
fuck pickle.
I know.
pro.
I said I do pickle chips, but not. I just didn't want them in the cheese puff texture
Mm.
form.
Did you hear Mo?
No, I missed it.
Man, fuck pickles.
Oh,